Okay, thank you for bearing with me last week with the birth of our son Henry. Speaking of which, here he is. I don't know how well you can see him because I don't see myself on the computer, but this is Henry. Say hey, Henry. Okay, he's usually asleep, so you get to see him with his eyes open, so that's kind of nice. All right, so what we're doing this week, the new sort of technical thing we're going to be talking about is Beamer. This is a way to do slideshows with LaTeX. This is basically the standard that most mathematicians use. I know you guys mostly have enjoyed learning LaTeX. I hope you also like Beamer. As we've discussed, it's not always a good idea to use Beamer in every situation. But there's sometimes where a slideshow is great, and if you want to incorporate math, I think Beamer is easier than using something like PowerPoint or other things. But there's other good presentation softwares where as well. We're just going to be using Beamer. Also, the discussion is going to be on the book, based on the book How to Teach Mathematics by Stephen Krantz. Our library offers an electronic version of that. And so this is what I put in the search fields to pull it up. So I did search, and here it is down here. It's actually one of the more irritating ways to read a book online, but you have to click here. And you're only going to, what it pulls up immediately or right away, you're only going to be able to read just a few pages. It's just a preview, as it will say at some point. But if you want to borrow it, you need to click here. You can borrow it for an hour. And this should when I first did that, it took me to a login screen, and I had to log in with my TAMU credentials. Just put in my robrom@tamu.edu email address, and then the password for that, and it should work. I'm sure also this is an old book, so it's probably available online for free, whether or not it's authorized, I don't know. At any rate, I want you to read chapter 1, which is, I think, about 20 pages. I'm not exactly sure. That looks about like 26 pages. Again, this is supposed to be for your benefit, so if you run out of time and can't read it all, that's fine. And on the discussion, I just want you guys to talk about what you think about the book, what you agree with, what you disagree with, what you think is helpful, not so helpful, that sort of thing. Remember, the project, I guess, is due this Friday, and I'll also put up the new homework assignment that will be due next week that will be based on Beamer. Anyway, I will see you in the discussion forums and in other videos.